Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
And we are live from the retirement home with Patrick. How are you doing, brother? How's that pudding?
Oh, it's good. It's good. I couldn't figure out which one to have this morning.
Whenever you can't really choose, I always say you go for the banana pudding.
I can't do banana pudding.
Really? You don't like banana pudding?
I don't like bananas. I'm not a big fan of them.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, too damn sweet. I'm just...
Really?
Yeah.
This actually coming from the guy who eats raw peanut butter. I got you. Hey, that's good shit.
Yeah. Only the best. Raw.
No, I love peanut. Dude, I'll eat that shit like ice cream. I love peanut butter.
When I'm up
Add
at 3
a little
o'clock
sugar on it.
No, I don't do that. But at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm up and I can't sleep, I'll have a couple of tablespoons of it. There's L-tryptophan in it. 2
Is
tablespoons.
there?
Yeah. 70 milligrams of L-tryptophan in 2 tablespoons. I'll go right back. I'll go back to sleep.
Shit, I just have a few fucking drinks and be done with it because that will put me to sleep.
Well, the problem with that is I'm going to feel it the next morning. So,
well,
yeah.
But luckily you live in a retirement home, assisted living. You need assistance. You press that LifeLock button or whatever the fuck it is.
I fall and I can't get up. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the best fucking ads ever. I've fallen and I can't get up. And everyone ran. Everyone ran on that thing. It was like, oh my God, that's the dumbest commercial ever. But apparently they made money.
Yeah, they did. I know a bunch of people that got it. I mean, it's a great concept, and putting you at ease about mom being on her own. It just made things that much safer. So yeah, I get it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, what I wanted to talk, well, there's actually a couple things we're going to talk about today because we have Epstein, which we'll talk about here in a little while because that's that way if they shut off our channel, we got most of the good shit in.
Yeah.
What are you I'm trying to think of how I should phrase this. How do you see the level of corporations that are jumping on we're going to hold Bitcoin bandwagon? Because from people I know in New York, they're running the Bitcoin. Because they think they're going to be ran by a socialist here soon.
Well, you sent me that link. I'll tell. The short of it is, it's not going to stop anytime soon.
No.
FOMO is huge here, and shareholders are going to be saying, "Don't you think we should have some of that? Just a little sprinkle of Bitcoin on the books." There's that. How Hodgkinson's interview with Sean Ryan.
5 hours.
I know. I haven't finished it, believe me. But even in the first 30 minutes, he describes the economics that could possibly come to be in a hybrid economy where cryptos and fiat coexist, and they do it swimmingly. And I agree with the concept that he has laid out. You're looking for Sean Ryan's YouTube interview with Charles Hodgkinson. It is 5 hours.
Look that up. I warn you, it's 5 hours long, and I watched all of it.
Yeah, I'll hang it up in the comments here in a minute. But and take it in small bites. Sean always does great interviews, and they are long. Yep. So bring your lunch or a Snickers bar or both.
Or your peanut butter.
Yeah, because you're not going anywhere for a while. But Hodgkinson does a great job of explaining the potential coexistence of the two systems and how they profit from one another, and everybody makes money. Yeah. So to answer your question, it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. Those who hold Bitcoin will not be sorry that they have it.
Right. And I think what everyone doesn't realize, because we see, blah, 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 is they announce that they're going to hold Bitcoin, and they purchase 8,000 Bitcoin or whatever. When you look at that, you're like, wow, they bought 8,000. That's not it. They're going to continuously buy. So every single month or every quarter, these large corporations are going to actually be out there, and they're cranking money, and they're just working their asses off. And look, we have 100. I heard that. That's all right. They're out there, and they're bringing in revenue. And at the end of the quarter, they're going to look at it and go, all right, we made $100 million. Let's put half of that in actual Bitcoin and use the rest for operating expenses or improvements or whatever. And they'll do that every quarter, because where are they going to go? Have you looked at the Treasury bond friggin' total debacle? And what is going on? Whose is just crashing right now? I think it's Japan or the UK or something. Somebody's friggin' bonds are just getting totally destroyed.
I thought it might be Japan's. I think it's Japan's.
Yeah, they're getting crushed. And they have to print money. Everyone's printing money except America, which means that as unattractive as our fucking bonds are, rate-wise, they're the ugliest horse in the race, or whatever the hell they say. And the problem is we just passed legislation in the big, beautiful bill that does nothing but print more money. So economically, and if you look at it from, is America really going to pay this back? And are they going to pay it back, or are they going to inflate it back? They're going to inflate it back. No one who isn't legally obligated to purchase treasury bonds is buying treasury bonds. I can remember my grandfather would send me $100 savings bond every 90 days or something like that. And that's what he did. And he just assumed, well, the boy's going to need a little money for retirement, and I'll just buy him some treasury bonds. Well, unless you hate your children, you're not going to send them a treasury bond anymore. Here you go. Hope you starve. And so where's all of this capital going to go? I
mean, we know where we would put it. Are they going to put it there?
I think they have to.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What is the alternative? Where are they going to look around and go, you know what, let me find something better than Bitcoin?
Well, if they're looking for a safer play and their board says we don't believe in cryptocurrencies, the treasury of the corporation could invest in companies that are investing in cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, well, that's fucking Michael Saylor's playbook.
Well, you're into Saylor,
and he's killing it.
And you're into what was it? Bitfufu is it's a mining operation.
Oh yeah.
Last month they mined 448 Bitcoin. That's nothing to sneeze at, kids. I mean,
no.
$44 million. You're going, holy crap.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of it was mined on the cloud.
Yeah. And I think I heard, because I saw that on X yesterday, I think they said their operations cost or creation cost of each one of those was $49,000. That's actually doubling your cost.
That's a 250% increase on
Yeah, that ain't bad.
No,
that ain't bad at all.
You'll take that
all day long and twice on Tuesday, man.
Yeah,
it's. I really don't see anyone looking to invest in anything that isn't involved with actual fucking Bitcoin. Because I really don't see any other option. What, are you going to buy a shit ton of Apple? That's that's a pretty high price right now, and they're not looking good on the AI front.
Well, they're not looking good on the AI front, and they, by their own admission, are apprehensive about cryptocurrencies. I mean, Saylor went and talked to them about it, and they're like, "Yeah, no, we're okay. We don't need any of that." Okay.
That
voodoo. Keep the voodoo.
Yeah.
It's like selling buggy whips. No, it's not.
Yeah. It's hey, here's this brand new thing we call an automobile. And you can travel 4 people in this vehicle, and you can drive all over the place you want to. And you don't need a horse And with 4 people, you'd need 4 horses. and they're like, you know what? No, I think we're going to invest all our money in whips for horses. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. And this is just the evolution of cryptos into the old system. And the old system is resistant on some of it because it replaces them. And they got the money, so they'll go to Washington and they'll hand out some money and go, you know what? I want you to be pro horse and buggy. Okay. Horse, fucking make horse and buggy great again.
Yeah.
And as this rate of accumulation, really, that's what we have. And if you look at the over-the-counters exchanges, because we can actually tell like which wallets are whose, they're at the lowest reserve ever over the counters.
Right.
So pretty soon, when that hits a certain level, the over the counters will have to purchase through exchanges. And if that happens, number one, they're going to have to increase their prices because they'll have a higher price that they're purchasing at. And they're going to have to front run price to accumulate. Because if the over the counters do not have liquidity, if you actually call up your place and go, hey, I want to buy 1,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, we can get that to you in about a month or 3. They're going to say, well, fuck off. I'll just buy it off the fucking exchange. And they'll hire a company that will send in whatever they call them, a fucking buying bot or whatever. And they're slowly just buy in small little purchases until they accumulate 1,000 Bitcoin. It's basically, how do you eat an elephant? One fucking bite at a time.
Right.
And that volume is going to hit the most liquid exchanges because they aren't going to buy on small exchanges because they'll shoot the friggin' price up on a small exchange. So they have to go to Coinbase. They got to go like Kraken and friggin' Binance. And once everyone is actually buying off of Binance and Kraken and also Coinbase,
it's too late.
We're off. Right. We're off to the races because then that actually turns the corporate into the equivalent of retail. They're sitting down here with us, SERPs, and can I have a Bitcoin, please? Can I have a Bitcoin, please? And once that happens, everyone will be rushing to get as much as they can, which means, and there's a lot of, that reminds me, there's a lot of ego in this now. We got some fucking rich people who are having a pissing contest on who owns the most Bitcoin.
Well, good job of setting yourself up for a ripoff.
Yeah.
It's Fight Club, and we don't talk about Fight Club. First rule. You self-identify that you're holding Bitcoin. And with all of the kidnappings and the attacks that are taking place, I mean, we've had a couple here in the U.S., but France has had a number. There have been a few over in Europe where people that are known to be involved in Bitcoin are having family members or themselves assaulted, attacked, kidnapped, and held ransom for the Bitcoin in the wallet seed phrases. So that's just asinine. You're asking for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these wealthy guys who are looking to friggin' just buy up as much as they can, it's because they're trying to keep up with all the other wealthy guys who are like, oh, I owed 4,000 Bitcoin. Oh, really? Well, I just bought more, so I got 5,000. Oh, you got 5? Well, I'm going to buy another 1,000. I got 6,000. It's a pissing contest of wealthy people.
That's all right.
Look, my bags are bigger than yours. But that's what happened. Human greed. Human envy.
Yeah.
That guy just went out and bought a new Corvette. Oh, I'm going to go get me a nicer Corvette. I'm going to do all this. And it's usually, the guys.
Yeah.
They drive the big old trucks with the big old tires.
Yeah.
Because nothing else is big.
No, I get it. I get it.
And I'm talking about the wallet, you perverts. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
We have corporates. We have nations. The Middle East is going batshit crazy on Bitcoin. Not just buying it. They are going to be mining it. And they're launching huge. And China, don't let China fool you.
Oh, yeah. No. They've been doing it all along.
Well, what they're doing, and this is under the table, and the only people that know what's really going on with China is people who produce the mining equipment. Because they know who's fucking buying this. Because I have a friend over in Asia.
Yeah.
All right. They just had some recent new company in Africa, middle of nowhere, order 40,000 new rigs. They've never heard of this place, but they did a little research. It's Chinese owned. That's who's mining the Bitcoin in Africa. Because China, I don't know if you guys know this or not, it's a fucking island. Right? They got limited room. And although they are producing more energy, that's for AI. They want in-house energy for AI. For cryptos, they'll put that shit out in the middle of nowhere, fuck Africa. And that's actually part of the, what do you call it, Belt and Road? Belt and Roads or something?
The Belt and Road project, yeah.
Yeah, because what they do is they go over to Africa and they're like, hey, Ooga Booga, or whatever the fucking town is, all right? And they say, we're going to build you a highway straight to Ooga Booga. We're going to make Ooga Booga the nicest ood. We're going to make Ooga Booga great again.
Spit that on a hat.
Right. And they're like, hey, we'll build some roads. We'll get you some grocery stores. We'll get you this. We'll get you that. we're just going to need to put an energy plant right about here. And right next to the energy plant is going to be Ooga Booga Bitcoin. And that's where you're going to make the Bitcoin. But you're going to send the Bitcoin right back to China. That's all we ask. Okay. And Ooga Booga is just Ooga Booga fucking excited because no one's ever even fucking pissed on Ooga Booga before. And they're just excited that they have recognition and have some economic engine in their little Ooga Booga town.
Right.
And generations from now, little Ooga Boogans will be told how their great-great-grandpappy used to work at the mines. And it ain't the diamond mines, it's the Bitcoin mines.
Right.
That's the future, folks. Africa is, mark my words, look at Jack Dorsey. Do a little Google of what Jack is actually doing over in Africa.
Right.
When he switched,
Go ahead, finish it.
When he switches that motherfucker on, the sun is going to dim. It is literally, not exaggerating, 160 football fields.
Holy crap.
Worth of mining.
There won't be anything left.
No. Poor little Ooga Booga is going to be like, we got a Satoshi.
Yeah. Now, you remember back, it was probably in 2022, maybe 2023, when there was the floods that were going to hit, and there was a mining operation down in the valley, and all the Bitcoin mining was going to be stopped because of the flooding that was going to happen when the dams gave way in China. Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay.
It's all just going to go away. We're all going to die.
Yeah. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Well, and that happened at the same time that the CCP was cracking down on cryptocurrencies.
Yep.
And they were allegedly they were scattering the Bitcoin mining operations to the four corners of the world because they didn't want them in China. That was the story. If you believe that China didn't want those Bitcoin mining operations on shore so they could control what was happening, and anybody who went offshore, you would have to submit your sacrificial Bitcoin to the CCP in order to keep your family alive in China.
Because that's how they roll. Oh, nice looking Bitcoin you got there.
Yeah. The notion that there's nothing happening in country in China with respect to Bitcoin operations and the CCP isn't profiting from it is horse dookie. That's just not happening. So, anyway.
Yep. And let's remember, I think they announced that the second largest bank in China is launching a crypto exchange where all of their customers will be able to purchase Bitcoin. For those who don't know, the CCP, they run everything in China. So when you hear the second fucking largest bank in China is selling and trading friggin' Bitcoin, no, that's the CCP. No one wipes their ass without the CCP's permission.
Well,
in China.
And the other part to that equation is digital yuan. So they've they've gone digital with their currency. I'm sure there's an underground market. I think paper is still accepted, but the digital yuan is the preferred method of exchange there. You buy cryptos, they know you bought cryptos because there's a transaction code that identifies exactly what it was that was used for. So yeah, they're hamstringing everybody. They're going to be able to identify what you did with the digital yuan that you had and what you bought, and probably where you're holding it. So yeah. If that second largest bank in China is also going to have a custodial service for your cryptos.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll hold those for you. You definitely own them, but we'll hold them just in case, we want them.
Yeah. Exactly. Not unlike the EU and its savings program.
Oh, can you even believe it?
I know. No, you would even think of flying that one out there.
No, you're absolute. My God, you don't say that shit out loud.
No.
Are you crazy?
Well, no, I mean, they're just so contemptuous. They're just so condescending to the general public that they feel that it's okay for them to say that. And I don't know why that statement didn't come from the WEF as opposed to the EU. Yeah.
Let them say it.
Yeah.
Because you live in the country.
Right.
They gonna come get, I guarantee, if they reach in there and they grab half of people's shit or all of people's shit.
Pitchforks and fire and torches, man.
Yeah, they're done. Is Ireland actually part of the EU? I think they are.
I think they are.
Dude, you want a bunch of pissed off, drunk Irishmen who are now broke? Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, yeah, that won't be good. The folks in Holland and the Netherlands steal money from the Dutch. Try it.
Yeah, that's where the Vikings come from, motherfucker. Them motherfuckers will hop on a ship, they'll braid their hair, and it's off to the fucking races.
Yeah. Well, the Norway and the Finns will be up in arms too. It won't take long before it looks like the old black and white Boris Karloff Frankenstein film. They're walking down the street with the wood pitchforks and the torches. Yeah.
What I want to know is, I guess it's what you said. Do they have that much hubris where they can just come out and say it and go, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, how about we come kick your shit in? How about that?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
what do I got to lose now? What do I have to lose now?
What? Are you going to lock my bank account down?
Yeah.
Already did that.
Yeah.
I got nothing to lose.
And my tax
All
rate,
I got is freedom to gain.
Yeah. My tax rate's at 50%.
Yeah. That's what that whole movie, God, what was it? Fucking Braveheart. That's, if you know the real history of how that all actually went about, it reached a point where that's what everyone said. It's like, I have nothing, so I have nothing to lose.
Right.
You have taken everything, and then they fucked with his wife and fucking killed her. Hey, you get rid of a guy's money and his pussy, he's got nothing. Am I wrong?
Nope.
Like my grandfather used to say, there's two things you don't fuck with: a man's money and a man's woman. And that's how that all got going. He had nothing to lose. They had wiped out his land. They killed his wife. And then he's like, you know what, motherfuckers, game on. That's fine, motherfuckers. Because he had nothing left. And that's a true story. And at the end of it, they chopped him in fucking pieces and put pieces of him all over Europe. But you know what that led to? A revolution.
Oh,
that,
the Bruce.
Right.
Bruce.
That just pissed off the rest of the people. Went, oh, okay, now you're going to kill a motherfucker. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Robert the Bruce.
Yep. And I mean, this is where we're at now. We're reaching a point where we have the European Union, who are all a bunch of limp-wristed lefty fucking homos that are out there literally saying, yeah, we're going to take all your money because the European Union needs the investment capital. Well,
maybe it's time the European Union goes away.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that the UK with Brexit, they were way ahead of the game. They're like, yeah, fuck you guys. We see where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Italy's on board with that. Spain is not, but that's okay.
And I ain't worried about the French. Fuck them.
No.
But Germany, did you hear the guy from Germany?
The chancellor? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he lit her up, dude. He was like, wait, have you lost your... And I love Germans. Like I've said, they could read you the Bible, and it sounds like they're about to attack. God bless you. He's laying into this gal.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, she's like right down there, and he's like looking at her. Rah, 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 rah. And he's basically like, oh, no, we've seen this shit before. Right? And the only thing I wish he would have done is actually said, our name's not Germany, it's Dutchland. Really claim your history, damn it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. He's not alone with being frustrated with what's going on there, but the coalitions in the other governments don't have, I don't think, the stones to stand up yet. Certainly not in England, the UK.
Yeah, I think give it a little bit more time, because they're going to have to do it all at once. Because there's no way they'll go, well, we'll implement it in Germany and then we'll see how it rolls out there. Because as soon, I lost my screen up there.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. It really just makes you wonder, how long do they think that this is going to keep going? Yep, that one went out. Did it like shut off or something?
You're still good.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, well, I guess I rub on it or something, fucking turn it on. Oh, it's on a sleep timer. I have one of those. I have a fucking sleep timer. Once I've had 2 freaking margaritas, it's time to go to sleep. Yeah, that's the truth.
I've witnessed that. I've witnessed that. I actually had to finish his margarita for him.
Yeah. Let me tell you a little story about me and Patrick. We were out at this wonderful Mexican restaurant, which is no longer there. God rest its soul. I got so drunk, I actually had to sleep out in my car. And fucking Patrick's like, see you in the morning. Took off. Now that's a friend.
Yeah, well, Yeah, I wasn't driving you home then. You were too far away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hell, I lived out in Wildwood at the time,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were like, Uber it, motherfucker. Sleeping off her Uber.
Yeah.
But it's the European Union, because they'll have to implement it all at once. And because, like I said, if they implement it in France or something like that as, like a test bed, the rest of the countries are going to go, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and the fucking EU horse you rode in on.
Lena said that the Netherlands is proposing to increase the VAT tax on food from 9% to 21%.
On food?
On food.
Okay, that is just purposeful.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That's an agenda.
Hey, Jews, we're just going to make showers a little bit more expensive. You good with that?
Yeah. 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 Isn't that the truth?
I mean, at what point? And I think this is purposeful, and I'm sure you agree. They're losing power. They are reaching for everyone's throat, trying to hold on to that power. And just like every other empire happened in Rome, it's happened happened in the USSR. As this global organization, the progressive movement, the globalist, as they lose influence, because we've heard it on CNN. Who was it? It was one of like the serious global elites who literally said, we would rather torch the whole system than let Trump have it. So what's that tell you, folks? That tells you as Trump wins, the elites are like, you know what? We'll blow this whole son of a bitch up, which is fine because everything will blow up except Bitcoin. They can crash everything except Bitcoin. We've reached a point where even if they tried to crash it, they'd crash it for about a week. And then boom, it's off to the fucking races. Because it's decentralized. And there are countries like Russia, America, Africa, the Middle East, that will literally just go, fine, fucking crumble. We don't care. We'll switch over to Bitcoin for a while until we get our system back up. And who I'm worried about right now is Putin. Like, there's only so much you can push this man. He has shown a lot of restraint during this whole thing. If you don't think Russia could have squashed the fuck out of Ukraine, you've lost your mind. Putin, if Israel and America go after Putin, God help us all. Because Putin and the Russian people, because you got to remember, Putin's has like a 90% approval rate. Yeah, he's an asshole, but he's their asshole. And he is actually make Russia great again for the last fucking 20 years. if they actually go after Putin, and when I say go after, like regime change, good fucking luck. Because I have a feeling he's about this close just to saying, you know what, fuck it. You all want a world war? Let's do this shit. I'm not worried about Iran. I'm not worried about China. China has way too much to lose. Way too much to lose. And remember, folks, they're on a fucking island. We have enough nukes that island would just be gone in about half hour. Now, would we get fucked up too? Absolutely. Florida would no longer be Florida. We would have the Gulf of Georgia. Let's put it that way. Because Florida would be blown the fuck up. But at some point, you have to remember that everyone's out for themselves. Everyone is. All right. Now, what you've all been waiting for, Epstein. Patrick, do you think he killed himself?
No, I don't think he.
What?
No, I don't.
Whoa, what? What?
And this has nothing.
What a fucking contrarian view you hold.
Yeah. I was amazed at how quickly Kash Patel and Dan, the director of the FBI, begins with a B. Agnano. I know I'm not getting that.
Oh, you're talking about Dan Bongino.
Bongino.
Yeah.
How quickly these guys said, yeah, no suicide took place. I was astounded at how quickly that happened.
Plus, since each of them have actually said in the past, oh yeah, we got shit.
Yeah. And this isn't about, unfortunately, this isn't about the sexploitation and what he did. From a perverted perspective, this has to do with the finances. This has to do with the money.
This is Israel. I hate to say it.
Well, it's not just Israel. I mean,
I know.
Epstein's knowledge of money laundering, moving funds from one place to another and being able to wash it was phenomenal. This is, Wes Lexstein.
Wes Lexner.
Lexstein.
Yep.
Yeah. Who it was a Victoria's Secret, and there's another store that.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I can't read. It's a place you and I never go to.
Right. Epstein had him as his sole client. He didn't have any other finance clients, allegedly. And Wexstein's looking for a way to reduce his tax liability on the retail side of things. And Epstein helped him do that. Epstein ends up being gifted two pieces of property, I believe.
Yes, one of them, the largest residential house in New York at one point.
Right, and then the other, he got the New
Ohio.
Mexico. Ohio. He didn't get New Mexico, did he? He bought New Mexico.
Right. He actually purchased that one.
And neither New Mexico or Ohio were raided by the FBI.
Right. I keep on telling people, listen to me. Shit's going to get real when you hear somebody in the media or the White House mention the house in Ohio, because as soon as they mention the house in Ohio, that is half a mile from a private airport and has tunnels from the airport to the house underground. Folks, do a little Google of this house in Ohio that Jeffrey Epstein owned, or that was given from Wes Lexner, I think it is. Wexner. All right. Look at that house.
There's I believe it's Dayton, and maybe in Columbus as well. There's a children's hospital system named after his daughter. How benevolent.
Yeah.
How benevolent.
Well, and you know who was really on this is that one guy, Webb, off of X.
Dan?
No, Webb.
George.
Yeah, George Webb. Holy shit. What was going on is they were shipping models from the Ukraine to New York, from New York to Ohio. And these were Victoria's Secret models that were 14, maybe 15 years old, some as young as 12, that were flying to Ohio and never left Ohio, at least not on a flight. I don't know if they were like put in a van, and rumors was some of them went up to Chicago and some of them went to Las Vegas, I think it was. And the airport in Miami that Epstein, no one talks about this. Epstein worked at the flight school where the 9/11 hijackers were trained. That's why Epstein had a Saudi Arabia passport, because he was training the people who eventually did 9/11. Look it up. I'm not making this bullshit up. See, and this is how twisted this all is. They're not worried about, oh, they had sex with some kids. You know, we can let that go. That's no big deal. But we can't let all this other shit open up. We can't show that he worked for the CIA and that, right, and Mossad, and that his girlfriend, who's now in prison for apparently doing nothing, because if there's no list.
Yeah. What's she guilty of?
Yeah, what's she guilty of? And her father, who was damn sure a fucking Mossad agent, mind you, he worked for the U.S. before he worked in Israel. He was one of the original CIA people.
OSS.
Exactly. He worked for the OSS and helped them launch and roll over into the CIA. Then all of a sudden, he winds up a millionaire in Israel.
Publishing children's books. Publishing children's education books.
Yep. Walks like a duck, talks like a duck, looks like a duck. Damn it, that's a duck. They aren't worried about, which this makes me sick just thinking about it. Yeah, they raped a few thousand kids. I mean, but we can't let them know that he was one of our assets, although the Attorney General in Florida had already said that publicly. The dirty little secret is the whole government is corrupt. And that's what Trump knows. There's no saving it, folks. There ain't no draining the swamp. You got to blow the motherfucker up. And that's why Elon is doing what Elon's doing. The America Party, yeah, don't think that Trump isn't involved in this. See, this is Trump's last 3 years. And what is Trump? Trump's a bull in a fucking china shop. So what he's going to do, and I see this coming, if you've read any of Trump's fucking books, he has no problem just torching shit. That's how he negotiates. He throws in he throws a grenade into a house and then says, now let's negotiate or I'll blow up your fucking town. He always goes in with a boom. 50%, 100% tariffs on China. We're just going to 150%. So that when he reins it back and it's only 25, it's like, well, we only lost one house. That's how Trump is. But, folks, you have to think, they shot this motherfucker. Yes, I'm worried about Epstein. Why haven't we heard a cricket's whisper out of the sniper who shot Trump? They shut that case so fucking quick, it made the fucking door made your hair move.
And then they cremated him.
Then they cremated him like a day and a half later. Okay, he's dead. Let's torch him, folks. Should we do an autopsy? Nah, fuck that shit. Throw him in the oven. This is all bullshit, folks. Enjoy the show. Because Trump is reorganizing the financial system. Trump is setting up the next system so that when he blows this motherfucker up, there's some place for people to go. And, like it or not, he's going to sacrifice himself on the way out. Mark my fucking words. Everyone will hate Trump at the end of his fucking term.
I do. Go ahead.
But watch everyone run to Elon's America Party. That's the political lifeboat. And Trump's going to blow up the Republicans, blow up the Democrats, and blow himself up in the middle of it. Mark my words. Read his books. When you read his fucking books, you know exactly what's on this motherfucker's mind. He was like, oh, shoot me? You trying to arrest my family? Okay, motherfuckers, game on. And he doesn't give a fuck how he's got to do it. He is a political suicide bomber. He's going to strap the swamp to his chest and blow that motherfucker up. And I would do the exact same thing. In order to save America, Trump's going to dance with the devil and set off a bomb right in the middle of a beautiful little twirl. Hey, like I said, all you got to do is read his books. Listen to what he said. Trump says one sentence every week. You just have to listen to several speeches to hear that one sentence. Because he drops little breadcrumbs. And all you got to do is put the breadcrumbs together and you have a loaf of bread. And my friends, Trump only cares about one thing: saving America. And you know what should show you his fucking character? Show you what his mindset is? This motherfucker gets shot. And as he's coming up, he doesn't let them rush him off the stage. What's he do? Fight, 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 fight. That's a motherfucker on a mission. Because I feel I'm a pretty patriotic, hard-ass motherfucker. Let somebody shoot my ear off and see how quickly I fucking monkey crawl across the fucking stage. And he wanted to get up. He wanted to get up to show everybody, fuck you, you missed. If you fucking come for the king, you best not miss. And you just miss, motherfuckers. Game on. That's how I see it. What are your thoughts, Patrick?
Well, I will say this. I am delighted that the Department of Justice is looking into James Comey and John Brennan. I think they're missing Clapper is another one that they should take a look at. But I'm pretty excited about the fact that they are taking a serious look at pursuing both of these criminals who have taken advantage of the position that they were in for obvious personal gain, and to hamstring the public by not providing the information that was truthfully identified early on. And members of their own organizations told them that they didn't have a leg to stand on with respect to pushing this dossier through and trying to entangle Trump in this Russian hoax scenario. I mean, those are long sentences that they're talking about. If these guys get caught up in it.
I hope so.
I absolutely I do. Absolutely I do.
This is what the Department of Justice should do. Just arrest one of them motherfuckers. Somebody has to be arrested. Because if you have been on X, the MAGA movement is this close to picking up the fucking pitchforks. Because they're like, nope, Trump, we love you, but fuck you. We need to see some heads roll. And this is what, folks, learn your history. This is what happened in France. Was it France let them eat cake?
Oh, yeah, Marie Antoinette, you're right.
Yeah. Motherfucker, do you know what happened to her head?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ended up in a basket.
Yeah. There's only so much motherfuckers can take. Because there has to be consequences. If everyone in the government gets away with everything, guess who's going to start telling you to go fuck yourself when any government agency goes after anybody? Because think about it. Right now, if the FBI showed up at my fucking front door, I would tell them, Go fuck yourself until you get some fucking legitimacy. Because right now, this whole government ain't got shit. You only have the authority that the people give you. And the people are going, yeah, you just lost that bullshit. Because laws only work if they apply to everybody. Because let this shit keep going where these rich motherfuckers keep getting away with it. Well, it's national security. If you have information that will bring down the federal government because it's so fucking corrupt, the answer is bring down the government that's so corrupt. That's the answer. It isn't don't tell everyone how corrupt we are, because then they'll rebel against the government. Yeah, because you're fucking corrupt. I don't think that Washington, D.C., or shall we call it Washington, because it's no longer D.C. Look it up on Google Maps. I don't think they realize that the American people are done. The left and the right. The left already hate fucking Trump, and they have absolutely no plans, so they're just a bunch of wild-ass revolutionaries who will have a revolution against anything at all. Then you got the right. Well, the problem with the right that the government has is the right is easily organizable. Let Elon, let somebody of authority, let somebody with some influence, like Elon, come out and say, nope, I'm launching the American Party. And everyone kind of giggled. Look at Elon. This motherfucker's got more money than 50% of the country. Folks, let that fucking sit in. Let that soak in. Last presidential race between the Democrats and the Republicans, they spent, what was it, 14 billion, 12 billion, something like that.
I'm not sure.
Elon has hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds. Everyone needs to take him seriously. And like I said, Elon and Trump are on the same page.
All right. We're almost.
Oh, yeah. Shit. We
did it again.
Yep. As always. All right. Patrick, we have a show here in about 45 minutes or so. Could you let everyone know how they can reach us and watch us on our show in about an hour or so?
Sure. You own one of our crypto laptops. You have a subscription. You need to get a subscription through, pardon me, the portal. Within the portal, there's a section called the CALIX Cyber Suites, and you can sign up for either one of those options that are available. We will send you a link, and in that link, you'll get an invite to the live show. That happens every Wednesday at 11 o'clock Central Time, 12 Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific Time. We talk about cryptos. We talk about security, what's going on in terms of regulations, legislation, who's zooming whom in terms of in terms of who's stealing from whom, who's got caught, who's been indicted, a bunch of information about cryptos and how to stay safe. So, you're welcome to join us. Again, it's every Wednesday at 11 Central, 12 Eastern. You need a subscription from the CALIX Cyber Suite that's in the portal. So you have our laptop, you're able to get in, use your credentials, you'll get into the portal, etc. So, yeah, yep. Come join us.
All right, brother. I'll see you in about 45.
Sounds good. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you tomorrow, guys. Oh, actually, I'll see you on Friday. Tomorrow, Jay will be here with his show. Everyone, see you in about an hour.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.